Hi, welcome to Stephanie.Fitness, and today you guys get to join me in my very own kitchen and see where all the magic happens. Today, I'm going to show you guys how I make my banana bread protein pancakes. So, got a mixing bowl. I've got a half a cup of old-fashioned oats, half a scoop of vanilla whey protein, 1 tablespoon of all-natural, no sugar added applesauce. Let me scrape it out here because I want all the calories I can get, right? I've got a 1/4 cup of plain, non-fat Greek yogurt. I have a tablespoon of cinnamon and brown sugar Torani syrup. You can also use cinnamon vanilla. You can even use caramel or just plain vanilla. I like to use the ones that have a little cinnamon flavor in them. Just it seems to enhance the banana bread flavor to my pancake recipe. You can get these at netrition.com. If you go on my website, I have links going all over the place so that you can find Torani syrup. Also too in this is about a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/4 teaspoon of banana extract as well. Put that in there. 1 egg white. I like to use a separate bowl. You can use an egg white substitute that you can just get right out of a carton, and you will probably technically need about 2 tablespoons worth, equals about 1 egg white. I like to use true egg whites in this because liquid egg whites in a carton seem to be a little bit more watery. This seems a little more binding, so it's a little bit thicker, and I like to use it in my pancake recipes. But either one is fine. Okay, as I got stuff on me. Okay, I also have a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 stevia packets, which is a little less than half a tablespoon of stevia if you don't have it in the packets, and a dash of sea salt. Try to stick with sea salt and not table salt. Put that in there. And I'm going to do 1 ounce of banana. This banana, it's getting a little old. This is actually the best way to use your bananas. The older they are, the more flavorful they are. So if you want to stick it in your fridge or your freezer to keep it longer, that's great too. But don't throw these away. They're still good. You want about 1 ounce. So I'm actually going to measure it and weigh it. And I've got my little scale weight here. And I'm just going to guess. And peel my banana, weigh it, exactly 1 ounce. I am so good at this. Okay, you're going to take this banana, put it in here real quick. You're going to grab a fork and just kind of mash it up a little bit, just so that it can mix properly in your pancake recipe. So just kind of go to town, mash it up. Perfect. Okay, it's like a paste. Just throw it in there. Okay, now we're going to mix our recipe together, all of our ingredients. Make sure the whey protein gets mixed in really well. Make sure that egg white is all broken up. And you want this to be nice and smooth and creamy. So, almost there. Beautiful. Okay, now it's time to cook it. I've got my skillet already preheated at 250 degrees. I like to cook my pancakes slow. The slower you can cook them, the more evenly they will bake, as well as they won't be so raw in the middle. Because these are so thick of pancakes, and they tend to cook really fast on the outside and not so much on the inside. So make sure that you're cooking them all the way through so that they're not doughy and raw in the middle. So typically, if you're around 250 degrees on your skillet, you want to probably bake them on each side around 8 to 10 minutes or so. It is a little bit slow of a process, but what's great is you can make these in huge batches, make a whole bunch, and stick them in your freezer and eat them whenever you want. There is typically about 300 calories in just this recipe, depending on what you're using and what you're not using, the brands technically, as well as 40 grams of carbs and 26 grams of protein. So perfect breakfast. Another thing that you can add actually in here is some walnuts. And I do have some walnuts right here. I like to buy the kind that is already pre-chopped. It's just easier, but you can chop your own. It's no big deal. And you're going to do about 1 teaspoon of chopped walnuts. This is totally optional, but it kind of gives it that more banana bread feeling to it. Alright, mix those in there. Alright, we are ready to go. I'm going to grab a 1/4 cup measuring cup. Quarter cup. Take my skillet, lightly spray Pam olive oil. You don't need a ton. And scoop onto your skillet. And it roughly makes about 4 pancakes, 3 depending on how full you use a 1/4 cup. So I've technically got about 3.5 here because I went a little overboard on one of them. But you can kind of get the gist of things. So while these are cooking, I'm going to go start trying to make another recipe for all of you guys. And we're going to come back and I'll show you what your pancakes should look like. Welcome back. My pancakes have finished cooking. It took about 8 minutes on each side for them to cook completely all the way through. They're nice and golden brown. They're hearty, they're thick. They're going to hit your stomach like a ton of bricks, and you're going to feel full and focused in the morning, as well as getting your extra protein that everybody needs to be able to get their lean, bodybuilding bodies. This doesn't technically need to be a recipe if you're not into bodybuilding. This can be a great protein recipe to help you lose weight, be healthy, and even feed your family a healthier breakfast. I'm going to enjoy these, my banana bread protein pancakes. In these is again about 300 calories, about 40 grams of carbs, and 26 grams of proteins. Perfect meal, perfect breakfast, great way to start your day. You can put spray butter on these, you can use sugar-free syrup, you can eat them plain. I actually like to eat them plain. Another great way is to actually add some plain Greek yogurt on top of them as a topping as well. Sprinkle a little stevia and cinnamon on top if you want. Whatever it is, they're very versatile. Any topping will do as long as it's low calorie and low in carbs and low in sugar. Enjoy, guys. Let me know what you think of my banana bread protein pancakes. Thanks for joining me today. I'll catch you guys later.